How y'all doing, man? I told y'all I was coming back with it hard, man. It's rule number 8 of the 48 laws of power. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. This is deep. I'm going to go a couple different routes with this, but it's all about the same point. The first way I'm going to go about it is talking about China. We depend on China so much for just our everyday, just living day to day. A lot of our products come from China. We don't own too much of it. A lot of our infrastructure has shifted from America and has went over to China, which puts us in a predicament to where we are dependent on China. And it benefits us too because China can make things a lot cheaper than America. So in a sense, it's a win-win for both parties. But when you really think about it, China holds all the cards. China doesn't worry about America, what they talking about, because you gotta think about it. We go to them for everything. A lot of our debt is in China. So when you have to go to them, even though we might not like some of their practices or whatever's going on, we have to at least come back to the negotiating table with them because we're so dependent. When you're dependent on somebody, you literally put up with anything because you have to. Like, what are you gonna do? If they say, look, we're not gonna ship to America no more. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to try to outsource. But guess what? Some of the products we need, we use every day. So that's one idea. The second thing I'm gonna talk about is about relationships. If somebody needs you to the point where they don't have anything, they put themselves in a disposition because now it's like you have total control of them. That's why when I wasn't working before years ago, my ex-girlfriend had a government job and I never wanted her to have to do for me. I would always do little side jobs and side hustles because it's not a good feeling to when somebody has that much power over you because it's like whatever they say, go. Even if I don't agree with certain things, I will have to go with it because whatever choice do I have? If I'm staying with her, she giving me money to eat, to get my hair cut. I'm pretty much like a little kid. Nah, I'm not on that. So another thing, if you're in the business world, this applies to that. If you're in the business world, most people think that you lead with aggression, and the more aggressive you are, the more that you are winning the argument. No, the key to that is instead of arguing, come off as screwed, come off as level-headed. Because the person that's always angry, they're going to be always looked down upon because the level-headed person is making better points and people are seeing that they're keeping it cool, so they're more likely to be used in the future because they're more level-headed. Like, anybody can get upset. A lot of people blow up like, oh, man, y'all need me. This is my company. And I'm like, man, nah. And also, when you make people dependent on you, it decreases energy. It depletes their energy all the way because just think about how frustrating that could be if you're having to always go to somebody for something and you never have it and you always need it. Like, it's like if I'm in the streets, I'm going to use this as an example. If I'm in the streets, right, and I got all the, the Mary Jane, or I got all whatever the person needs, right? But I decide this month, you know what? Man, I ain't making enough money last month. So you know what? This month I'm upcharging, man. Instead of $20 a 3.5, man, I'm making it $50 a 3.5. So now I'm taking my production costs lower and I'm making people pay $30 more than they used to. But they're so mad because now they don't have anywhere else to go. So now a person is totally dependent on me to get what they want. It's crazy like how we live in a world where a lot of people have to depend on people. And it goes the same way with a job. Keep people dependent on you. A lot of people only go to a job for the paycheck. We don't like nothing about the job. We don't like the people. We don't like the environment. We don't like the area. Like, we don't even like the customers or the people that we have to deal with day to day. But we force ourselves to believe that, man, we must go here because we need this money. We need this. We need, so we're dependent on them. That's why a lot of companies treat people the way that they do, cut their hours. They don't never make them full-time, no insurance hardly, or if they get some insurance, it's bare minimum. You got to go to the dentist, you ain't got no dental insurance, you got to get a whole nother dental insurance brand instead of being able to get one through your job provider. So it's rough. And a lot of jobs have figured out there and says, you know what? Man, what else they gonna do? They need us. Nah, man, that's why I try to always be on a entrepreneurship mindset, because you got to think about it. If you are working for you, you're not going to accept just anything. So even if you get a job, another job, you're going to have expectations that you're not going to break. You're going to say, in an interview, when they ask you, how much do you want to get paid? You might know that the average is, let's say 21, but you know you worth 27 or 30. So you're going to say, well, look, man, I feel like I'm worth $30, and I know that might be a little bit steeper than y'all wanting to pay, and if that's the case, then I appreciate the interview, but I have to go find another outlet, or I have to go find me another company that can at least come close to that. Now you put yourself on the high road. Now they say, man, like, who this guy, man? Who he, what's his credentials? Now they might want to start researching it a little bit. Then they might come and say, damn, you know, that guy does fit our plan for the future, but we're not trying to pay him $30 an hour. Man, you think he'll take 25? So they come back to you, like, do you think you can accept $25 an hour and weekends off? And you might say, look, man, the weekends off is cool, but man, can we meet at $27.50? They say, look, we can meet at $26.50. All right, bet. Like, granted, guess what? I'm not going to stay at this job longer than maybe a year anyway. So I take that. I'm making way more than anybody coming through, and I feel as though, damn, I ain't get cheated. I ain't get abused. You make yourself the prize. You know, it's like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of times people don't realize how when we depend on people and jobs and circumstances or the government, yeah, that's another topic. The government, it's the last one. Like with these food stamps, like a lot of places they was talking about, they was canceling food stamps, right? I didn't realize how much of a problem that was until I started seeing how many people started really panicking. Like, I think they said it's over 40 million people on food stamps. So now, not only are you dependent on the government, like just for just general safety, you have to depend on them to eat. How could that go wrong? If they decided they want to shut down, or they decided they don't want to pay no more, how are people going to eat? Now people is pure survival mode, trying to lose stores, trying to, you know, it's all a mentality. So I had that on my mind, man. Like I say, 48 laws of power is a deep concept. You know, like the next law is coming. I got to get a little time to really, you know, break the mold on it, because this one I'm going to really dig deep. I might need longer than 10 minutes. And this one is, I'm going to really heat up on this one. Went through actions, never through argument. But we going to get there, though. As always, if y'all like my videos and my content, y'all subscribe, like, comment, share. And I will get back with you. I do check my comments. Y'all got any ideas? I appreciate the feedback. As always, thanks.